we are on our way out to the barn because I got brand new parts in the mail. This lovely creature's going to the grocery store. Get us some. Got a sweatshirt on, she's bundled up half. But I'm going to the barn to show you the parts we got. I always love it when the UPS man pulls up in the driveway. Well, it finally happened. It only took 3 months or so, but we finally got an exhaust pipe for this hunk of thing, and we got some exhaust header gaskets for that hunk of thing over there, and we got brand new O-rings for those hunk of things. I got the headers all cleaned up, and I put some high heat paint on those. They look good. I really don't want those on there. I want some headers, regular headers, but that's what we got. So I'm gonna get some gaskets on them. I just got them up here just so I could see what it looks like. And I was working on the fuel rails for this, and I was having trouble getting the injectors to seat, so I figured it was probably O-ring related. So I bought a new set of O-rings, which look exactly like the old O-rings, but I've heard it's good to replace them, so I'm going to put new ones on there. Hopefully get the fuel rail put onto that and get it ready to go. Then I'm going to pull this out of here and get that header on. Now, if you remember that header, I blew out the old one in like November, and I ordered a new one, Pro Circuit aftermarket, and it took 3 months, and then they called and said they are canceling my order because they couldn't get one from Pro Circuit. And that was $250, $260 worth. So I had no choice other than to call the dealer and order an OEM part, which they had to ship from California. Took 10 days to get here, so almost 4 months from the time that I blew that header pipe out, I finally have a new one to go on. So people are already calling me. They already want to go riding. I didn't want to take the four-wheeler just because I'm not really a four-wheeler guy. I'll use it in a pinch, but I really wanted to ride that, so it's time to get it going, get it back out in the woods. We still got all this we're working on. I started to clean it up a little bit. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to order a new bushing kit because those are extremely cracked and dry rotted. And I think I'm missing the ones that go here, but it's getting there compared to what it looked like before. I still think I'm going to do disc brake conversion from a Granada, so I'll have to order all those parts, which means all of this will come off anyway. And the rest of the car is still sitting here tucked up in the corner. And if you notice, it looks really, really nice. Everything's really clean, shiny. And then, ta-da. It's rough, but it's okay. It's not going to be rough when we're done. Well, the outside will be rough, but the drive line will still be nice. That's what I keep telling myself. It is all going to be worth it. It's going to drive again. And at some point, I still have to get all that insulation up on the ceiling. I haven't really made any progress, but I've been chasing down a couple of leaks, like right there, and there's a big one right over here that drips down onto the cover of the boat. So I spent another afternoon up on the roof of the barn, sealing more, replacing screws, hammering nails. I think I might have it this time. Maybe. Doubtful, but I'm hopeful. And wouldn't you know it, I was able to get both O2 sensors out. Lots of heating, lots of BB blaster, lots of grunting and groaning, but they all come out. All right, we have all of our clips. Get them out of the way. We have all of our old O-rings. We'll get them all out of the way. I did clean each of the injectors. Got them all nice and pretty. So just need to put on the new O-rings and they should be ready to go in. Hopefully I can do this without damaging them. Put the bottom ones in first. I should see if they're actually going to fit on there. A little bit of oil. Oh yeah, much better. Okay. All right, now the blue one's on the top. Try to do. Oh, those are much easier. There we go. Brand new O-rings on every injector. Always, always, always a good idea to never reuse your old injectors. Even if you pull it out and put it directly back in, you can create a vacuum leak. So replacing these is cheap insurance. I think it was, I don't know, $20 worth or so for the O-rings. Okay, one last check just to make sure that they're gonna seat down into here as well. Yeah, that'll work nice. It's a little dab of oil. I was testing these before, and I actually ripped one of these. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got a tear in it. That definitely wouldn't work. So that's when I decided to get new ones. And I'm glad I did, because these fit in there nice. I'm not really sure which direction these go. I think they go that way. We're about to find out. That goes on there. I think that lines up. Oh yeah, that'll be good. With oil. And people, they'll debate that over and over again, whether you use oil or grease or spit or whatever it is, but I've always been told to use oil. Well, crying out loud. Okay, now let's try. Oh, there we go. Now we'll put our bolt through. Uh-oh, too tall. So if you look, that is going to be too tall and not going to work. What to do, what to do. Today on Fun Fact Corner, we have a very special treat. My lovely wife is going to give a couple of fun facts on daylight savings time. That's it. Thanks for joining Fun Fact Corner.
Risk.
2 facts.
Got some house chores to do before we get to work on the 56 Ford. Oh, adulting. It's great. He's left little piles for me to go get. I better get back to working. And whoever invented daylight savings time is clearly an idiot. Savings time.
All right, on to the headers. On the new header gasket, it does tell you here that faces down, and it also tells you over here this is the manifold side. So this will go on just like that. Get a few more bolts in there. Hopefully if I get headers at some point, I'll be able to reuse that same gasket. Got all of those header bolts in. Got all the header bolts in on this side. First pass on these with the torque wrench is going to be 11. Second pass is going to be 18. All right, both sides torque down. It's not much, but it is slowly coming together. I cannot wait to get it dropped down in here. And one of the fears we have is with the new, bigger transmission, we don't have a lot of room down through there. We might be cutting out floor pan. Which would mean cutting that out. I'm not really looking forward to that, but if we have to, that's what we'll do. Okay, I think I might have this problem solved, which then creates another problem. And I'll show you what I got. I went and ordered some of these spacers. I think it was about 20 bucks or so, that will just fit directly down onto here, and then the fuel rail plugs directly into here. But I think the problem that's going to cause is I'll have to put some washers in here to now space these up a little bit, because they will be too short instead of too long. But I do already have some spacers that might be too big, which is fine, because I also have some washers. And this is why you don't throw anything away. All this stuff I have in these bags here is all from a mount for a TV that goes onto the wall. Always save all these bolts. There's some good metric bolts in here. Okay, we're going to lube that up a little bit, like so. And then just take this cap, that extension piece, and push it down on there, like so. And then we're going to push it into the fuel rail, like so. Extension. And then pop them down into here. Oh, that's beautiful. You can see where the hole is. It's a little bit low now, so I'm gonna take these off, put a spacer in there, and see if I can get that to line up. Okay, so what I did is I used that little black spacer from that TV kit right there. And now if you look through there, that lines up perfectly. So that little spacer with those spacers. Perfect alignment. So now I can just put these bolts in. Oh yeah. Lock washer and the nut. Perfect. Now I just got to complete it on that side. These need to come off. Spacers need to go in. And go.
Oh, you want me to do it?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm working on something else over here.
Let's do it.
How did I end up doing this? Here.
You're crabby. Are you gassy?
So now we're going to get that fine piece of Japanese machinery out. Get this new OEM pipe installed. Get that ready to go riding. Both sides of the injectors are put on, ready to go. Thank you very much for your help.
You're welcome.
Started to put the dirt bike back together and realized that I did not buy the gasket for right there. The old one was blown out, so I have to get that. But other than that, there's 2 bolts that'll go back together. So complete, complete, complete. And that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for joining. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you on the next one.